That is not me, but this is Ryan. Good to have you, sir. Thank you for joining us up here.
Thanks for having me.
I'm sorry that the weather hasn't played.
I blame you 100%.
Completely. Oh, I'll take the blame. What is it? What is the current state of the market in New York?
The market is volatile, but where there's a will, there's a way. Inventory is down 20% year over year, but signed contracts are up 20% quarter over quarter. As interest rates continue to climb and climb and climb, and I think now the 30-year fix is hovering at around 7.3%, give or take, a nice 22-year high, making affordability a roughly 4-decade low. There is a race to say, okay, I thought rates were high when they were 5%.
But who does that hit? Because it doesn't hit your wealthiest customers, does it? Because they will finance through many other different ways, or just straight out of cash.
Yeah, I think if you look at the second quarter, not just in super prime, not just in 10 million plus, but across all price points in New York City, 60% of all purchases were done in cash. So a lot of people are still paying cash when they can, or they're putting down 50%, they're financing the rest, they're marrying the house, they're dating the rates. But listen, absorption time is taking longer, right? Volume is lower. Volume has been completely cut in half. People are taking their time. Sellers are locked into a financial asset called a loan at sub 5% rates. That's 90% of all mortgages in the United States right now.
How does this market move forward? Because every one of us who's got a property here either regrets buying when we did, or wishes we'd mortgaged at another time, or keeps thinking about, the je ne regrette rien. It just does not exist. I don't regret anything. It does not exist in the property market.
I don't really know what you just said, but I basically think that what goes up must come down.
Exactly.
And what goes down must go back up.
Yeah, but it's that second part of the equation that we always focus on.
Yeah.
It must go back up again.
Always. Where there's a will, there's a way. When the markets are high, they've never been higher. When they're low, they've never been lower. We're selling, I can't see it because it's in the clouds because it's raining right now, but we're selling a penthouse at that building right now for $250 million. Just sold a floor just below it for $50 million. 250 US dollars, yeah.
How does anybody, what do you do with that sort of place?
There's a lot of money on the sidelines. Where else are you going to put it? Tangible assets in real estate are still an incredibly safe bet, especially in the United States, where you have freedom of deed, right? Freedom of title. It's one of the best places to own.
And so, of course, in New York, we do have this strange beast, the co-op.
Yes.
The cooperative board.
Yes.
And which I need to, transparency, I'm a member of the co-op board of the building where I do live downtown. But it is a very strange animal, this idea of the amount of power the co-op board has to who buys, who doesn't, who rents, the rules, the regulations.
Well, you have to think that when co-ops were first started, they were started with good intent. Today, they seem complicated, but the good intent was everyone shares one front door. You should know who's coming in and who's leaving that one front door. It's a safety concern. Now, it's difficult. But originally in New York, it was a safety concern.
Finally, is there a property that you wanted for you that you didn't get?
Oh, I want every beautiful property I walk into. I remember walking into a house in Palm Beach that I then sold for just under 140 million, and I said to myself, one day, Ryan, one day maybe I could buy this, but my buyer wanted to buy it, and I let that happen, and that was okay.
It must be, do you ever see a property that you think, the buyers, it's obviously what the buyer and the seller will agree, but do you ever think, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
No, I lead forward with pretty brutal honesty.
You do?
I walk into a lot of properties with buyers and they fall in love and I say, absolutely not. You can't buy this because this is what's going to happen. In 2 years, you're going to grow out of it, you're going to want to sell. You're not going to want to deal with this renovation or this co-op. Or maybe they know that you're on the board and that'll be way too difficult, and so we're going to go find another building. I'm just kidding.
Oh, thank you very much indeed. When we continue our debate, traditional, look at this. Russ and Daughter's traditional arugula. Would you like me to arugula?
No, thank you.
Oh, I'll have yours then as well.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you very much. After the break, we'll be talking to the Russ and Daughters and see if there's any of this left. Thank you.